What is up, everybody? This is Eric, the one and only Bay Area collector. And first of all, I just wanted to apologize in advance if I cough or anything. I know my voice is kind of gone right now. I'm recuperating from a cold. And I'm almost there, but my voice is still, usually when I get a cold, I tend to lose my voice a lot. So right now I'm recuperating from a cold. I'm already done with the cold part, but my voice is still not fully back yet. So now it's more annoying than usual. But anyways, thank you for seeing the video. Today I'm going to be reviewing a game that is all too common. However, as the title implores on the video, I'm going to be talking about the Mandela Effect as far as this game goes personally to me. And I'll get that in a minute. I'll get into that in a minute. And that game is The Karate Kid for the NES. Now, this game was produced by, believe it or not, I just found out it's produced by Atlas, but distributed by our very lovable favorite company of all time, LJN, back in 1987. And it's a 2D side-scrolling platformer action game that mixes both the Karate Kid Part 1 and Karate Kid Part 2 movies into the game. Basically, the game is 4 levels, about 4 or 5 levels. And you play as Danny LaRusso, the Karate Kid, out to save Mr. Miyagi's village in Japan. But the game starts off as the fighting tournament from part 1, and then it moves on to elements from part 2 of the movie. Now, this game is not a game that's too expensive to own. It's an action game, 2D side scroller. You control Daniel-san through the levels, as you punch and kick and jump your way through to save the village. Now, one thing I don't like about the game, first of all, early on in the Nintendo or any video game console, I hate games where you have to use the up button to jump. And that's not a good sign whenever I play a game that the up button is used for jumping. Back in the days, it wasn't too lovable in my opinion, but it doesn't work that bad for this game. However, the knockback when you get hit is horrendous. As you'll see in the gameplay, I made it pretty far. I used cheats, of course, because this game is brutal. But even with cheats, I still got stuck and finally I said, screw it. I let it be, and that's one of the things that the knockback was it's very bad in this game. You got games like Mega Man where the knockback is just a slight bit, and it works just right. However, for some game like this, is like they touch you and you get sent like about almost like a fourth of the screen back, and that's really bad, especially when you're jumping. You get knocked back and it's really hard. But yeah, sorry, excuse me. But yeah, pretty much the game is a side scroller. Now, going to the point about the Mandela Effect. A long time ago, I made a video, and I'll put the link to that video below, of how I knew and I swore up and down that there was a game for the Sega Master System. You'll see, if you see the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. This game, though, is just one of those games that I swear to God to you guys that originally this game was not named The Karate Kid. When I was a kid, I could have sworn, because I used to own a copy when I was a kid. This isn't the original one. I used to own a copy, and I could swear the game was called The Karate Kid Part 1 and 2. Now, don't think that I'm confusing it with another LJN title, which is Back to the Future 2 and 3. No. I could swear this game was called The Karate Kid Part 1 and 2. The image of the cartridge used to be this image of how they show in Part 2, which is this one. That used to be the image in the cartridge, and that used to be the image on the title screen. But if you play this game now, they're swapped. This is the image on the title screen, and this is the image of the cartridge, of course. The font was the same, but it was called The Karate Kid, and then right here, smaller, it said Part 1 and 2. And the other thing was that it had that, and the game was the same as far as play, as far as the gameplay and how the game was. The game was virtually the same. It's just that those things changed. So I could swear that this game was called that, So I'm thinking, what, the Mandela effect took effect of this, and somehow through time it changed and kind of swapped things and made things backwards. By the way, the image that I showed you, apparently there's a Karate Kid Part 2 game that's out on the Amiga and and computer systems that came out slightly before this one. It's a computer game, and it's more of a fighting game based on Part 2. But yes, I swear that was the name of this game. As a matter of fact, when I went out to look for the game, I've known of this title, but over the years, as collecting games and everything, I had forgotten about this title. And when I went back to search for it, I actually went back and searched through eBay and whatnot as the Karate Kid Part 1 and 2. And when I found out that this was just called the Karate Kid, I was a little bit thrown back. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This game was named the Karate Kid Part 1 and 2. So I don't know. Everything on the cover was the same with the exception of the image. It was them two looking to the side with Karate Kid Part 1 and 2. It had everything the same, And so yeah, I could swear that was the image of the game. So to me, it's one of those things that I could swear that's what it was. But anyways, who knows? Maybe it did happen. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Who knows? But all in all, this game is one of those games you want to give it a shot. I don't think it's a great game. I don't think it's a bad game, but it's super difficult. So I would suggest, to use cheats on this one, because even with cheats, it's still hard. But anyways, this has been my review of the game. This has been my little experience with the Mandela Effect yet again. But who knows? Maybe I'm confusing images now that I know that there's a computer game out there. Who knows? You know how the brain, sometimes your brain, you'll think that is one thing and it's another. So I'm not gonna say that I'm right of what I'm saying, but I just wanted to throw it out there because I thought it was very interesting. Anyways, this has been Eric, the Bay Area Collector. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay of the game. You guys take care. Peace out.